I'm the product manager for PowerSE and PowerWF at DevFirm Software. I'm talking to you from the deep dive, and I just want to answer the questions that were brought to me by PowerShell Magazine. What do I think is the most important feature in PowerShell version 3, or the most impressive feature? Looking at PowerShell version 3, the first CTP, my favorite new feature is easily the command discovery and the auto-loading of modules. That's a surprising common pain point that I've seen among many people, including seasoned IT pros, where you switch from one PowerShell console to another and commands aren't there and you don't know how come they're not on that system, or not available even though you know they're on that system. So the auto-loading of module, I think, is going to go a long way to solve a very common pain point. And I was really glad to see that they added that feature in PowerShell version 3. For the second question, what do I think is missing from PowerShell? I mean, everybody has a long list of things that they think are missing from PowerShell, I'm sure. Anybody who's been working with it for a while. One key thing that I think is missing is what I would call proper snippet support for PowerShell. So in PowerShell version 3, they have snippets coming, and snippets can be used in the ISE, which is great, but they're not the full capability of snippets that they could have. And I think that's one of the biggest features I feel is missing, because snippets, I feel, make a big difference in helping people transition into PowerShell, because they let somebody take, say, a real-world business task and turn that into a PowerShell script more easily, because it gives them the building blocks to do so. So that's one thing I think that they've gone in the right direction, but they're just not quite far enough yet. As far as the future of PowerShell goes, I think PowerShell has a great future. I mean, that's why I've invested so heavily in it. I think that there are a lot of people out there who love PowerShell, and there's a lot of people out there who maybe haven't learned it yet, or they don't really want to learn it because they prefer the UI, which is fine. And I don't think there's a right answer as far as whether or not somebody should say, should I use the UI or should I use PowerShell, and where should I invest my effort? I think you need to invest your effort where you're most comfortable. But I think that the evolution of PowerShell needs to grow such that it builds an ecosystem around these people who know PowerShell and who can write scripts and who can extend products and build these custom solutions, and create an automation platform that works very well with the people who don't necessarily want to get into that level of scripting and development and that kind of work, but they still have the automation needs. So I think that that's where I see the future of PowerShell going, is being this glue that draws these different types of people together with their different needs for how they want to use the products, and providing that framework and that foundation directly from Microsoft, along with tools from various third parties out there to allow for it to solidify this connection between the two and make it so that both these people can work together without being angry or feeling that they're being forced into doing something they don't want to do.